Good morning, welcome, congratulations, class of 2013. Congratulations on earning your degree. It's only going to grow in value. You're an impressive group. Our 3,215 graduates come from throughout America and more than 75 countries. 52% have earned bachelor's degrees, and 48% have earned advanced degrees. You come from the Bronx, Bahrain, and Babylon, from Nanjing, Nepal, and New Jersey. Today, you all have in common the life experience of NYIT-Old Westbury, and yes, the Long Island Expressway. In this commencement address, I will share some thoughts on decision-making, technology, the value of higher education, especially in NYIT education, and on not getting too caught up in present-day thinking. Author and art collector Gertrude Stein observed, quote, "There are no straight lines in nature," something Einstein and other scientists proved. Well, there aren't any in life either, though we sometimes move in what seems like a straight line in our spherical world. As someone who sat where you are sitting a few years ago, in fact, under the similar rain weather conditions, except there wasn't a tent overhead then, I can tell you how surprising and rewarding a path my education has forged. I certainly did not major in university administration. Who knew? My education taught me the value of experiencing this vast world with its rich and endless surprises beyond any straight path I might have envisioned. And it taught me what NYIT has taught you, to become culturally and intellectually savvy, able to integrate ideas from many sources, and to not fear change, but embrace it. On one of my many trips crisscrossing continents, I met a French woman on a bus in Istanbul. She became my wife and life's companion. She'd agree, we never could have predicted what we'd achieve. If we'd followed a straight line, we'd be somewhere much less interesting. On another trip many years ago, I traveled that famed Long Island Expressway. I turned off to visit NYIT for the first time to interview for a position that 2 days earlier I didn't know existed. Quite a turn. I never left, and my life has never been the same. I stand here proud of you, of our faculty and staff, and what we have done together at this fine institution to make thousands of people's lives better. I am proud of this institution. I trust you are as well, and we'll continue to be here working, building pride in NYIT on behalf of the 95,000 alumni in some 150 nations that you are joining today. Your journey at NYIT has surely taken a few surprise turns. You've overcome hardship and challenge, doubt and fear, the lingering recession, and for New York students, even Hurricane Sandy. Here at NYIT, technology is our last name. It will shape the future in powerful and momentous ways. Our world now has the first universal network ever. Some 6 billion people own cell phones, and I suppose can call you or me and share scores on words for friends with friends. But that's the old news. That's old news. Soon everybody's going to upgrade to smartphones. So 6 billion people will have them, except it will be 7 billion by then, and everyone will be on the internet. The world has never been so interconnected, nor its citizens so dependent upon each other. We live and work in an increasingly global digital economy. and the butterfly effect of chaos theory in Old Westbury or India or Brazil can have far-reaching economic and environmental impact. One of the very special elements of NYIT is our extraordinary diversity. In every field of study, in our hallways and classrooms, online and in laboratories, on Central Park's playing fields, and on Old Westbury's synthetic turf, you have experienced the world, opened your mind, and learned to be global citizens. Take medicine and our smartphone example. With a smartphone in the hands of medical professionals, they can track little-known serious diseases worldwide and help treat and prevent them wherever they occur. One day, you may help to use these devices to eliminate disease. Apple is developing a smartwatch, and some people wonder why. Well, it lies right on your skin. It could monitor vital signs like heartbeat 24/7. It could save lives, and as I've heard, it can also tell time. When you put computer intelligence in new places, it does new and powerful things, and the future changes. Even right now, there are almost 2 million apps for smartphones, including one for NYIT and one for the campus Slate, our student newspaper. In 2013 alone, apps are predicted to be downloaded 56 billion times. That's 8 downloads for every person on Earth. Yet 5 billion still haven't upgraded to smartphones, so even greater change is coming. We can only guess what the smart devices will be like in 10 years, but it's safe to say they will only get smarter. You are prepared for this fast evolving world. Today, you graduate from an institution that has long excelled at applications-oriented research. We find solutions to problems facing the world. We receive funding from sources like the NSF, NIH, the Defense Department, the State of New York, and various private foundations. A grant is bringing us several nano-humanoid robots. They're about 2 feet tall, very advanced, a robot you'd expect to see at a top engineering program like ours, but we're looking at using this holistically. Our faculty will apply its technology across many fields of study in breakthrough interdisciplinary ways not seen before. Perhaps we will hire the robots in our admissions office. The list of projects we're undertaking to address the basic challenges to the world's prosperity goes on and on. As new graduates at the front lines of science and industry, you can see change coming and you can handle it better. You make change, and that's exciting. And that's one of the many reasons why university degrees are more valuable than ever. Back in 1976, Newsweek ran a cover story with the big headline, "Who Needs College?" To start with, the person who wrote the headline had a degree. Newsweek didn't hire writer-editors without college degrees. Today, Newsweek is only online because of technology. Its employees, however, still need college degrees. In 1976, college graduates earned 55% more than high school graduates. Today, you earn at least 85% more over a lifetime. Pretty impressive. The Brookings Institute noted recently that despite the challenge of upfront costs, the return on investment on a college degree remains high. They monetized it, saying that the benefits of a 4-year degree were equivalent to an investment returning 15.2% year after year. And those with master's or professional degrees will earn more than that. At this point, let me share a phrase that you'll soon know if you don't already. It's what investment advisors are obligated to state. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. So who knows? That 15.2% could be 22.5%. I certainly believe in the great return on investment a top education provides. And just this month, in a national study, NYIT was ranked in the top 10% of the thousands of colleges and universities in America with regard to the return on your investment. And while I'm using examples, yeah. I'm sure you appreciate that while I'm using examples from America today, the fundamental truths and trends I'm citing are global and are resonating comparably in most nations around the world. Your degree will matter in other ways. Tales of the fountain of youth go back to Herodotus, and sadly, we've never located it. Higher education, though, is better than Botox. You will live 9 years longer than the average high school graduate. That's important to remember in these days of high cost, as I use a nasty four-letter word, debt, as in college loans. When I was born, and that wasn't that long ago, my life expectancy, or the average for males in America, was 66.5 years. But because I'm here today and alive, I have more than a 50% chance of living beyond 85. When I graduated from college, 65 was widely accepted as retirement age. I have a friend who just changed her retirement expectations. Quote, "I don't want to be retired for 30 years, she remarked. I share this because college loans are not as nasty as you read about. America, as great as it is, has been built on debt, education, hard work, and a hope for a brighter future. America's lifestyle and economy relied on you and me borrowing for a home or a car or for rent, all accepted practices, and practical for most. So you might not feel so great for a few years or be able to buy a new car or home as soon as you want. And in an economy transitioning out of a recession, your next, and for some of you, your first real job might not be all you desire. But try to think longer term than the next 5 or 10 years. After all, you just added 9 years to your life. Looking back 25 years from now, your world will seem very different, your yeoman years a distant memory, and because the greatest investment you will ever make is in higher education, you will be comparatively well off. Recent high school graduates face a scary prospect. Their unemployment rate is 24%. According to the April U.S. Labor Department report, however, the unemployment rate among college graduates is just 3.9%. NYIT students go on to great success. For example, this year's College of Osteopathic Medicine class has already achieved a 99% match rate. They are employed. Yeah. So now they're physicians for their day job and night job and morning job. Congratulations. You, NYIT class of 2013, are eminently employable. You are superbly global, and you know the value of entrepreneurship. Of the 10 fastest growing occupations today, 7 demand a post-secondary degree, including in the healthcare related fields and the professional and business services many of you are entering. Companies crave hires like you more than ever. Just ask our alumni. At NYIT, you came across ideas you'd never see on your own. Consider our students who competed recently alongside MBA and PhD level students at the New York Regional Business Plan competition. Ultimately, they emerged a statewide winner. Their business Home 2.0 involves a simple yet clever way to make a roof from used water bottles. NYIT professors and students invented this. Your interdisciplinary skills will catch attention as well, and you know how to build on those skills. You know how to learn and what to learn. So as the world changes, you will adapt and you'll rise higher. We don't know where the careers you may ultimately follow, what they are, and you probably don't either. They may not exist yet. But the critical competencies you'll need are good thinking, up-to-date knowledge, global awareness, teamwork, and adaptability. In a survey recently released by the American Colleges and Universities Association, 93% of employers agreed that, quote, a candidate's demonstrated capacity to think critically, communicate clearly, and solve complex problems is more important than their undergraduate major. I won't mention what mine was. You are well prepared and you embody connectedness. NYIT embodies connectedness too. We're like a city spread over the planet. Innovation has always come from cities where well-educated people meet, talk, and spin out ideas. We're also connected across time with our focus on the future. We are a network. No one moves in a straight line in a network. You move from one node to the next, you turn corners, and often find surprises. Wrong turns can lead to right endings. You have more connections. The more connections you have, the more open paths you have, and the richer your life becomes. NYIT has given you a wealth of these connections. As you go out to experience world's joys and face its challenges, I welcome you to come back and use our resources for life. That's another value of an NYIT degree. We're on parallel tracks for the long term. Even though those tracks are not straight lines, we hope these tracks intersect often. In closing, let me share a few words I've offered to graduates before you. When you leave here today, always remember to think deeply, speak gently, love much, laugh often, work hard, give freely, especially to NYIT, pay promptly, and be kind. Congratulations, graduates.